Hey gamers, Gecko here. Ggst Drive Season 4 has been out for a couple of months now, and you may know that I'm not one to instantly jump on my decision of a game. I like to let my feelings marinate, let them sit there for a little bit as I wait and slowly process how I feel about a thing. It's very good for getting an actual genuine opinion on a product, but it's not very good for the whole YouTube thing. But I've had a couple of months to think about the state of Ggst Drive Season 4. I had a couple of months to figure out my feelings and possible issues on it. And by possible issues, I mean definite issues. I am not the biggest fan of Ggst Drive Season 4. Just wanted to go through my thoughts of Ggst Drive Season 4, talk to you guys about a couple of the big things that are really annoying to me, as well as a couple of things that I like a little bit. It's not all bad. It's never all bad. I like to try and stay positive. So, the stated goal of Season 4 was pretty simple. They wanted Season 4 to be a season in which everyone had more interactions against everyone. The general match went up from being a 2-touch or a 3-touch game to, I imagine, something more like a 5-touch game, where you have actual interactions after getting hit by your opponent instead of, guess my mix-up, you're dead. Did it work? Not really. Unfortunately not. At least from my experiences. I think there's a couple of reasons for this. The biggest one, in my opinion, is that the game absolutely feels like it is decided at round start just because of how the systems emphasize that. Round start is extremely important in Ggst Drive, and it's extremely important in a lot of different fighting games. But Strive specifically feels like it is entirely decided by how the round start goes. If you get a big counter hit on your character at round start, the likelihood is you're going to win that round. I'd say 90% of the time, a massive counter hit at round start snowballs into a win. This is because basically every character is either able to get you into the corner with a mix-up or send you through the wall with a super that they generate from that combo. Because of that, everything just snowballs afterwards. They take another Oki hit, and then that either sends them through the wall with super again, or just outright kills them. I think this was massively emphasized when Slayer came out. Slayer was really, really good at just immediately killing you round start by getting a counter hit 2H. He's still really, really good at it, but there's a lot of characters that are able to do it. I am no exception to this. If Giovanna gets a counter hit 5H round start, you die. You literally just die. Baiken as well, if she gets a counter hit fast slash, she's able to get a really nice combo that gets you into the corner and gives her a free 50-50 with the amount of meter that she builds. Soul's able to do it. Kai's able to do it. Bunch of characters are able to do it. It is an extremely common thing. The likelihood is that your character is able to do it. And if they're not, you're just not trying hard enough. I don't know every character in the game. I'm not proficient with every single character in the game, but it is something that you notice quite a lot. Following the trajectory of that match, you get counter hit at the start of the match, you get sent through the wall with super, more than likely, and now you are knocked on your ass, negative 50 or whatever. It's not that much. It's like negative 35 or some shit. I don't know. And your opponent gets positive bonus while you get nothing. Comeback mechanics are something that are found in a lot of different fighting games, at least in the previous iteration of fighting games. But Ggst Drive doesn't really have anything to help someone who's already on the back foot. If anything, the opposite is true. If you are winning in Strive, you are encouraged to keep winning. There's obviously a couple of things. The higher that your risk goes, the more meter that you get, which leads to a lot of really cool situations if you're like me and just hold down back all the time. But there are a lot of situations where you're getting your ass kicked and the game rewards the other person for kicking your ass, and it makes it really hard to come back with. While the opponent generates a full bar from their combo that they do on you, you generate maybe 25% of your tension, which isn't enough to do basically anything. You can FD it out, but you're not really going to be able to do much more than that. No Roman cancels or supers coming out from you. It's really hard after you lose that round start to then go back into the game, because the game just encourages the other person to keep going on the offensive, never let up, and just absolutely steamroll you. It's really fun when you're the person who gets the good round start, but if you're on the receiving end of it, it sucks. It's terrible. It just doesn't feel good. This is emphasized by some of the characters and some of the balancing decisions that they made in Season 4. There's this weird phenomenon in Ggst Drive, and I imagine a lot of other anime games, that I like to call the gacha round, or as I've referred to it before at offline events, everybody gets one. There's some characters where their game plan is so solid, and their win condition is so easy, and it's so bullshit that you're just gonna lose to it sometimes. Everybody gets one. Again, when Slayer came out, Slayer was the pristine example of this. There was a local tournament I went to, Sunday Face-Off, my beloved, in which we did a round-robin format, so everyone fought everyone, and there was quite a few good players there. VP Tank took the whole tournament, because of course he did. Symmetron was there, I was there, and then there was a new person, and they were playing Slayer. Now, while all of the rest of us were fighting each other, and we got differing scores. 3-2 between me and Tank. That was grand final. It was 3-1 to begin with, actually. I think I 3-1 Symmetron, 3-0'd Mad Wolf, Sim and Tank 3-2 in one of the direction. But every single match against this Slayer player was 3-1 to us. Every single person in that venue got a 3-1 record against them. Because Slayer always gets one. Everybody gets one. Everybody gets one. That's just how the character operates. With the emphasis of how powerful round start is, and how powerful several of these characters' kits are, it just means that sometimes you're going to lose a round, and it doesn't feel good. It really doesn't. It's especially worse if it's a really intense set, or like a tournament set, and you're going through and you've been playing tooth and nail, and you've been doing well, and then Gold Lewis just kind of decides that he's going to do Gold Lewis things now. Everybody gets one, and you just lose. Not every character is a gacha character, but there's been a increase of gacha characters over the course of Season 4, at least from what I can see. And it's not fun. It leads to a situation where players just don't want to fight specific characters, which is never good for any fighting game, ever. I know that a lot of people see this as like an individual thing, of like, oh, that person's just, ooh, they're just a scrub. But no, it makes sense. It really does make sense sometimes. For example, my currently most hated character, alongside the likes of Gold Lewis and Asuka, is Temkin. I hate that character. I'm actually making a main channel video about that character tomorrow, hopefully. There's been a couple of weird production things going on this week, but hopefully tomorrow we'll be getting Why You Hate Fighting Potemkin, so I won't go too much into it right now. But Potemkin is absolutely the embodiment of just this everyone gets one mentality. His kit and his game plan feel like they are currently tailored to just bullshitting you out. I understand it's a Guilty Gear game. That's supposed to happen. You're supposed to bullshit people out. But it really just feels like he does it extra, you know? There's also the added issues that have never been solved. The lobby system is still... it's still the lobby system. I'm not going to pretend like I understand how all of the intricacies of game development work. I did take a university course on programming, but I never learned how to do networking or any kind of infrastructure for stuff like that. So I imagine it's really hard, because I couldn't get the Unity engine to work properly. I can only imagine wrangling Unreal to force you to do what it wants. But, come on, guys. Seriously. Seriously. It's been 4 years. How long to the date, actually? When did Ggst Drive come out? June 2021. So it's been about 3.5 years. We're going to be encroaching 4 years in... Fuck me. Reality check. It's been this long and the lobbies are still like they are. And it's annoying. It is annoying. And we've seen that you can do better lobbies. Like, you made DNF Duel, and DNF Duel, for all its shortcomings, it had a decent lobby system. You made Granblue, and Granblue has a really fucking good lobby system. I'm playing it tonight, actually, as this video goes live. I'll be doing, like, lobby matches in that, because I need to shake the rust off. And, like, other games have, like, Street Fighter has made a good lobby system. Tekken has made a decent lobby system. It's basically just the one from Tekken 8. And then, like, fucking weird avatar battles, which we don't use. And it is a level of frustration that everyone just feels, and it feels like you just aren't going to address it. Like, the lobbies just kind of kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And while they're in a semi-stable spot right now, we can do better. You know you can do better. Come on, Ggst. I think all of these issues just sort of compound on themselves. The game feels like it's won in the first couple of moments of the game. It's really hard to come back if you lose that round start situation. Sometimes characters just win because that's how the game's designed, and several of the characters are really just annoyingly designed right now. And even then, sometimes trying to get a match is a fucking pain in the ass. That's 5. That's 5 reasons. So what do I like about this season? Baiken is playable again. I feel like I really got a monkey's paw wish with this one. I was like, I really want Baiken to be able to combo off a fast slash. And they went, oh yeah? And they gave Temkin 6-framed armored round start move. And it's like, oh. Well, I mean, at least I can combo off a fast slash now. I don't want to reminisce on a season that I didn't play that much, but I will say the end of Season 3 was probably the most fun I've had with Guilty Gear. It felt balanced, and it felt like it was really its own thing. I remember talking to a lot of people, and they say, yeah, apart from, like, Slayer and Asuka, and, like, a couple other really strong characters. Johnny was up there. The game feels good. The game feels nice. It feels fun to play. And now it's so like, I would be lying if I didn't say that I've been taking steps away from the game more and more. Like, apart from my streaming obligations at this point, I feel like I am playing the game less and less, which I'm not really the happiest about. But maybe it's just time, you know? It's been nearly 4 years. Sometimes you just need to move away from stuff. And that's the main reason I've been checking out other fighting games. Mainly just because I'm not falling out of love with Guilty Gear. This happens quite a lot. Where a new season comes out, I'm like, not really feeling it. And then the season goes on and on and on. And by the time that we get near the end of the season, I start enjoying it again. And then bang, new season. New bullshit. I am still excited for the future of Guilty Gear. Really excited for Unica. The more I think about Unica, the more excited I get. Not so much Lucy. We all know the mixed opinions, contradicting feelings I have for Lucy. But I'm very excited for Unica. Venom, not so much. There's a couple of people going around being like, Venom's gonna save Guilty Gear. No, he's not. He's not. I'm really sorry. Venom's not gonna save Guilty Gear. He's just not him. I'm sorry. It's gonna be fun. Probably. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe it'll be boring. Oh god, could you imagine that? Venom comes out and he's just boring. I think that might be the worst possible outcome. He comes out and he's just mid. I'd rather he come out and he's like fun than come out and be broken. But I'd still rather he come out and be broken than come out and be mid. You know? I'm not going to enjoy Venom. He's not my kind of character. But I'm looking forward to Unica. The anime, when is the anime coming out? Sometime this year. As a Chainsaw Man fan, I know that means sometime next year. So I'm looking forward to reviewing the anime in 2026. So yeah, the season is a bit of a mess. And I'm not going to lie when I say that I have mostly negative thoughts on it. But it is what it is. I still love Guilty Gear. I hope they take away from the prevalence of round start. I hope they actually achieve their goal of making it so that you have more interactions in a match. And I really think just nailing down round start and the way that it cascades into everything else would help with that. Also, fix the characters, please. Why did you buff Gold Lewis? What is fucking wrong with you? So yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. I'm live on Twitch. Right now, I stream Mondays, Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Today, we'll be playing Grand Blue in the park lobby. I don't know what the fuck it's called. And of course, tomorrow, we're playing Guilty Gear Strive in the Park with viewers. It'll be a good time. It will be fun. Thank you all for watching. See you all on Monday with something. I'm really good at outros. Did you know that?